Have you ever seen Inside Out? It's a great movie and it really illustrates the idea of parts therapy or moving from black and white to color, being able to see ourselves in layers, just like an onion, and being able to keep asking why to get to that deeper layer. This all starts off with the assumption that rather than being broken, your nervous system is just out of balance. So, just like in that movie, if only sadness has the control panel, things are going to get out of balance. If sadness never is involved, things are going to get out of balance. So it's all about having your board of advisors where you can actually learn through this training to feel it all without getting lost in it. So you can actually hear and receive the messages coming from your system so they don't have to get louder. And then you can respond from your presence or your present moment self, your wisest self in this moment. And so essentially, this leads into this idea of welcoming home exiled parts, because in my experience, we all have pretty much the same basic original wound. Society, family, church, etc. They all teach us, here's things that are valued, here's things that are not. Show more of what is valued or accepted, hide more of what is not. And this leads back to how our subconscious works. We start to hide things from ourselves without realizing it until we learn how to look. And so we end up developing feelings about our feelings. We become mad that we're anxious. You say, I want to get rid of anxiety. I hate it. You have a layer. Anxiety, hate anxiety. This is going to help you start to understand this exercise, start to understand more of those layers and how to totally shift your relationship with triggers and with uncomfortable emotions, feelings, and sensations like pain. This is going to teach you how to find the vulnerability underneath, if it's an emotional or psychological wound, and how to attend to it. What if you went into the car or into a car shop because there was a warning light on and the mechanic came back out and said, all done, turn the light back off? You might wonder, well, why was it on in the first place? And that's really what this exercise is teaching you how to do, is really get to that root and really give it the attention it needs. Because ironically, the way these wounds in us formed was from a lack of unconditional love, or in other words, conditional love. I love you if you show me more of this and you don't show me more of this, from well-intentioned parents and a well-intentioned society. And so what we learn how to do in this exercise is how to reparent those parts of ourselves from the space of unconditional love. The space that you'll come to know more and more through these exercises is your natural default state. Because when you can connect to just your presence, you can connect with infinite space, infinite possibility, and you can find that just by changing the way you relate to your discomfort, to your pain. And that will allow you to discover more of what's in your shadow or what's typically hidden and be able to welcome that into the light.